All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today we are heading to Italy to check out, what is it, the University of Rome, Tor Vergata.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're going to be looking at their 6-year medicine and surgery program, which just sounds fascinating right off the bat.
Absolutely. And a big thanks to Consultants of Foreign Education.
Yes.
COFE. COFE for giving us these materials to dig into.
Yeah, absolutely. They always give us some good stuff to dig into. And this is no exception. So as I was saying, this is the 6-year medicine and surgery program, and we're talking about like right away getting in with patients, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, it really sets them apart. You know, a lot of these programs, you're stuck in the classroom for years before you even get near a patient.
Oh, absolutely. Years and years of just books and lectures.
Right. And I think what's so cool about this is that they really emphasize that patient-centered learning approach from day one.
Okay, so help me understand this a little better, because patient-centered learning, it's like one of those buzzwords you hear all the time. But what does that actually mean, like on a day-to-day basis for a student at Tor Vergata?
Well, let's say you're a first-year student, right? Instead of just hitting the books, you're shadowing doctors on their rounds. You're seeing how all that anatomical knowledge you're learning actually plays out in a real clinical setting.
Oh, wow. So they're really getting that hands-on experience right from the get-go.
Exactly. And it's not just shadowing either. They've got internships woven in at hospitals and community health centers, and all this is happening during year one.
That's wild. Okay, so break down the structure of the program for me a little more. We're talking 6 years total, right?
Yep, 6 years total.
Okay.
It's split into 2 main phases. You've got the preclinical phase, which is all about building that rock-solid foundation in medical sciences. You know, anatomy, physiology, all that good stuff.
Right, got to have the basics.
Exactly. And then you move into the clinical phase, which is where you really get to put all that knowledge into practice through those intensive clinical rotations.
Okay, so they're getting both the book smarts and the street smarts.
Exactly. And, you know, I think it's important to point out that this whole approach, the way they blend the foundational sciences with the hands-on experience, it's very much a response to how complex medicine is these days.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the advancements we've seen even in just the past decade. It's mind-blowing.
Right. So they're really preparing these graduates to be adaptable, to be problem solvers, to be ready to tackle whatever healthcare challenges come their way.
And not just locally either, because I understand this degree is recognized across Europe and even listed in the World Directory of Medical Schools.
Oh, absolutely. This degree opens doors internationally.
Okay, so let's say someone's listening to this and they're hooked. They're like, all right, Rome sounds incredible. This program sounds amazing. Sign me up. What are the must-knows? What do they need to do to make this happen?
So first things first, you got to have a good grasp of English.
Of course, the program is in English.
Exactly. And then there's the International Medical Admissions Test, the IMAT.
Okay, the big one.
Yeah, that's a key hurdle to clear. And of course, there's the whole application process.
Which I imagine can be a bit daunting, especially when you're dealing with a university in another country.
Yeah, for sure. But that's where QI comes in. They can help you navigate every step of the way.
Yeah, that's so valuable, having that guidance and support.
Yeah.
I'm sure it takes a lot of stress out of the process.
Absolutely. And another thing to keep in mind is that the university offers Italian language courses.
Oh, that's a good point, because even though the program is in English, being able to communicate with patients in their native language is huge.
It's a big part of providing truly patient-centered care.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so picture this. You've aced the IMAT. Your application's been accepted. You're officially a student at Tor Vergata. You're in Rome. What's life like outside the classroom? I mean, we're talking about one of the most historic cities in the world.
I mean, can you imagine walking those cobblestone streets on your way to class? Maybe passing by the Colosseum?
Oh, my gosh.
It's such a unique blend of ancient history and modern life.
And the food. We can't forget about the food.
Oh, absolutely. The food is incredible. But beyond the tourist attractions, there's a really vibrant student scene in Rome and Campus X, which is Italy's largest student housing complex. Provides a really great environment for international students.
So you're getting that cultural immersion alongside a top-notch education. It sounds like a pretty amazing package.
It really is.
So if you're listening to this, what's a key takeaway about the University of Rome, Tor Vergata, and their medicine and surgery program?
I think the biggest takeaway is that this program is about so much more than just earning a degree. It's about becoming a globally minded physician who is ready to meet the ever-changing needs of the world. And you're doing all of that while being immersed in this incredible city that's both ancient and modern.
It's about the whole experience.
Exactly.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the University of Rome, Tor Vergata.
Sad to see.